Hello, everybody. Welcome to Accountability, episode number 7. I'm here with the Leo Walker of Anointed Touch Health, Fitness, and Beauty. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, lady, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm here.
Hey,
Oh man, Mr. Leo, Mr. Leo. Well, the GSL audience might know a little bit because I kind of kept them informed a little bit of some of the stuff, but I know we communicated a little bit last week and whatnot. So I kind of feel like I don't have much good to report, even though I got some good. But I don't know where you want to start.
so you were saying something. You had emailed me and was asking me uh kind of like with food for us, like because I guess it can get expensive sometimes. First and foremost, I want you to stop counting. Stop counting. Stop because what's happening with you is right now you're turning into a geometry class and an algebra class, so it's becoming stressful to you. So
Mhm.
instead of just using it as a way to challenge yourself, it's not challenging you, it's stressing you. So you need to stop. Just stop. Because see, I do that with certain clients and certain that really need it. Right. So I kind of was just challenging you, but for you, just focus on getting in the 3 meals and the foods that you need for us. A good carb, a good protein, some fats, and veggies as well. Well, veggies are carbs, but when I say carbs, I'm talking about like a sweet potato along with the veggies and stuff like that. Try to do that and get in 3 minutes. Just focus on that. Just focus on health rather than just counting calories. And I would say learn how to read labels because I know you keep hearing me say this. So that way, now that you're counting, now that you're not going to like focus so much on calorie counting, focus more on chemical counting for us in the ingredients, how much crap is in there, so stuff like that. So now you can say, okay, it's only 5 things in here, so this is a little healthier than than 25 things in a paragraph in the back of the ingredients. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Um, um, I would say just focus on health. Um, Again, the calorie counting does work because it helps because I've seen it work. But in many cases, for some people, they're not looking. I would just say focus on moderation and just change what you're eating. Focus on what you're eating. Focus on how you're eating. Like you've been trying to do. Instead of eating 2 or 3 pieces of cake, you did one. And then eventually it may just be okay. I'm going to do. I don't have to do it because now you're focused on health more than just um, counting calories. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, the next time I talk to her, I was gonna tell you that, but I said, no, I'd rather just tell her on the show. Just focus on your health, but focus on getting in your 3 meals, but focus on eating each part. Now, I would say learn how to count calories. I mean, how to read labels and learn your major groups, which is fat, carbs, protein, because all of that also gives you fiber. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
those 4 things are the things that I would say just focus on right now, rather than stressing yourself out. And then once you feel more comfortable, then maybe you could say, you know what, let me try it again. Because my mindset is different right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Well, to up everybody, just in case, right? Basically, what happened, and I think this was good because it helped me reflect. Because maybe it was our conversation and everything. I started kind of to think more about like the details of what I was doing, basically. So, as y'all know, last time when we were chatting, I was expressing him the issues that I'm having with eating multiple meals a day, which I'm still kind of having that issue, as well as I think it's like the multiple meals a day mostly. Um, and what was happening for me, at least last week, was um, I would kind of start off the day in my mind. I would be like, okay, yeah, boom, try to eat 3 meals, but then I would wake up, I do my whole routine, like, and again, continue to fix something for my husband, but still not eat anything. My son gets so pissed at him, still not, you know what I mean? And it just, after a while, it just kind of started to feel like, well, okay, so I shared with Mr. Leo, like one of the issues that we're having, or that we were having then, is that, like, I mean, again, people that listen to me on the Juice and the podcast, y'all kind of already know about me and my work situation. Y'all know I'm hustling from home. Y'all know I'm an entrepreneur, doing what I can from home, making books. That's what I do for work right now, which is completely different from 2019 Miracle and before. So, so my income is sporadic. Just, I mean, I put it's already out there, so I'm not saying nothing new to people that have like heard me over again. But if you have not heard this before, then that's what's going on. And so for me, with my income being sporadic and feeling as if, okay, we got groceries a couple weeks ago, we did that. I was trying to eat the 3 meals, all that, but then I found myself with only a few things, but not enough to make meals, right? Or not enough to make the healthy meals. I put it like that, because like we got plenty of stuff in here, but what I was feeling like was like I can't eat none of the stuff that we have here, and the things that I was eating, I was eating it up. So I get, and then also feeling like, okay, well, I know I'm going to get paid again on Friday or whatever it was, but then it's like, but that's not going to help me Monday through Thursday. And so for me, it went from thinking about the meal, right, to thinking about my life situation, and then after a while, and then I still found myself after I think it was like a couple of days in, my mind would go through that circle of like, I need to eat. And then it went to, oh, I need to da-da-da. And then it goes to, oh, well, I'm not working regularly, and oh, the income's not regular. And it just went into the circle over and over again. And then I found myself still not eating. And then by the time I did eat, I just was like trying to just pull the only thing that was like, I guess, healthy-ish or whatever, and try to do that, and still was just like, or whatever. And so, that's how I went for, I want to say, the first, at least Monday through Thursday, or Monday through something like that. And so I think, I don't know what day it was, if it was Wednesday or Thursday, I did email Mr. Leo here, and I just was like, look, because eventually when I thought about it, I was like, I was feeling the stress. And I wasn't thinking that I was stressed before, but I think the more I thought about it, and thought about it in the aspect of, I didn't necessarily journal, but I thought about it in the way that Miss Leo was saying to me about like journaling and whatnot, or keeping up with the thoughts. I realized that, okay, this is stressing me out. Like, it's making me like doubt everything that I have going on right now at the time where everything is, everything is cool. Like, at the end of the day, like, I feel so blessed and grateful to be able to be in this place, and to be able to, create these shows, and do this stuff like this, and get up in the morning and do the podcast, and all those different things. Like, even though they're not like regular jobs, you know what I'm saying? But it's been something that's been like fulfilling to me, and I hope that it, encourages and inspires those of you that watch and listen as well. So, and I think that's why I ended up emailing you, because I didn't want to be in a place where I'm like doubting what God is doing now. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's kind of what it was eventually getting me to do. To be like, well, maybe I need to just go get a regular job, or maybe I need to just da-da-da, because I can't go get the X, Y, and Z that I want to get right now, and I gotta wait, and da-da-da, and it just was the whole thing. And so, I appreciate you listening to me. I guess I don't know what you thought that day when you got the email, but I just was like, it's not that I want to give up. And it's not that I don't want, to eat healthier and stuff across the board. But I just think, yeah, when it got to the place where I'm like, okay, this is stressing me out more so than anything. It was like, I gotta just something. I have to change I gotta focus. Like you just said, I feel like I kind of just have to focus on. Maybe my main focus need to be on eating 3 meals, period, because obviously I have this big issue with that. Like, I don't know why I have this huge issue apparently with eating multiple meals, but I think I need to just focus on that part first. And then maybe I can start focusing on like what it is in particular and whatnot. So, and then also, I did ask you a question about, what's it called? Intermittent fasting and whatnot. I wanted to see what you thought about that as well, because that's the only thing that I could kind of to make some sense of what I might be doing. Like, I'm not intentionally doing it, but I was like, maybe that's what I'm technically doing. Like, and and could that be beneficial or something? Um, so yeah, that's the little backstory. That's what happened, and so yeah, I appreciate you saying that as things as well. So, yeah. So what do you think? Intermittent fasting, or you're like, nah, miracle, just do what I told you to do.
To be honest, that's what you're doing anyway. You're in because you don't eat till almost like late because you're not eating with your husband and your little one, right? And so, but the thing is, here's the thing I want people to understand about intermittent fasting. You can eat at 12 from 12 to 8 or 11 to 7 or whatever time you choose, but if you're still eating crappy, it doesn't really matter. you know, um the intermittent fasting, because think about it, let's just take intermittent out and let's just talk about fasting. Let's talk about it biblically. What does fasting do? When you go off and begin to separate yourself, how like Christ did in the wilderness on the mountains, how prophets did, then you begin to go off to yourself to start to rejuvenate, start to get closer to God, start to pray about certain things and get stronger and things like that. So I would say something like that would be good for you, maybe throughout something you could do. Because what I use it for is during that time, it's more so of a God time and me focusing on uh, things that's important and that God has me walking in my purpose. So then when the time for the food come, I'm glorifying him with the food anyway. Does that make sense? Because everything you do should glorify him anyway. So you doubting is just the devil putting little nitbits there to try to keep you from glorifying him. So now instead of you look thinking about it that way, you're thinking about all the negative things
Yeah.
rather than the healthy things. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you do intermittent fasting, then yeah, that would be good because I mean, you could do it, if it's going to be, I would say do what works for you. If eating at 11 o'clock works better for you, I don't eat to 12 because it works better for me. I just
Mm-hmm.
drink my tea in the morning and stuff like that. And um, by the time I eat, I work out, and it works better for me. And I'm done at like 9 o'clock because I'm not a breakfast person like that. I don't really like eating breakfast. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you want to do that, but do that. But I will also say, just focus on eating better. See,
Mm-hmm.
what I was trying to do was get you to eat enough to make sure you're not losing a whole bunch of weight.
Yeah.
But I would just say, if you, as far as finances, I would say, first of all, pray to God about that and continue to pray to God. Doing that fast, that's what you could be praying about. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say just give him your finances instead of you giving yourself your finances because your finances ain't yours in the first place. You're under his authority, so the his. So once you flip that, then you can say, you know what, I could be all right. And you know what I'll do? I'll just make healthier choices. Why sit there and stress about what I don't have and just see what I do have and
Mm-hmm.
just make healthy choices? So instead of eating a whole bowl of pasta, maybe just eat a little bit of it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And just be smart and do it in moderation. That's what it says in the script. Moderation.
Yeah.
You do it in moderation. And then once you're able to get back on top of it, then you can. You see what I'm saying? See,
Yeah.
those thoughts in your head is not you. That's keeping you in condemnation, and that's not what you're supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Focus on what you can do. If you can't do it, you can't do it. It's okay. Why
Mm-hmm.
stress over it? I mean, because like you said, okay, I can't do it like I want this week, but I'll be getting paid uh, Friday. So what I'll do is do now you putting a plan together. Now you're throwing out all them things and say, I'm putting a plan together. So when Friday come, now I could begin to do it this way, and then I'll just continue to work it that way. Don't stress yourself out. It's don't turn this into a science and an algebra class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Just do what you can, focus on what you can, work on what you can, and allow God to do the rest. I mean, again, this is why I add faith to this because a lot of people don't think faith is related to food and your health and your weight and your body, but it is.
Yeah.
It is just as quick as you got stressed out, you forgot all about everything about God, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Small things. Like, does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's the thing. I want to say that you know, after I did send you the email, I felt a little better to at least get it out of my head because that was
Mm-hmm.
one thing. Too.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also made me, as I was emailing you, it made me think about my why. It made me think about like, well, why am I doing this anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what
Right.
is the
Right.
purpose? And so, and for me, I had to be honest with myself that it's not necessary. Like I told y'all multiple times. For those of y'all, I'm not trying to discourage anybody or whatever, but for me, my journey is not necessarily to lose weight. You know, my journey is more so to tone up and to, um, and maybe so to get like, you know, my family and us just eating healthier in general, like just or just maybe even I mean, well, I feel like they eat my son definitely eats the 3 meals, but then it's like, hubby and I, we kind of sort of every now and then, you know, we might eat two, we might eat one, you know, or whatever. So I was like, well, maybe it will be something that would help all of us just do the thing, you know, and better and healthier. And so once I got that in my mind too, I just like, again, writing you that email helped me to make sense of like my thoughts and stuff at that time and whatnot. So and yeah, I mean, I was able to kind of adjust my thinking in regards to the finances on this stuff. I did give it to God and was like, you know, hey Lord, this is what it is. Like this is what I feel like I need X, Y, and Z. And
Right.
I mean, I saw some breakthroughs and whatnot. Again, I've shared a lot of this stuff on the juice. But you know, I did feel like there's some, you know, potential things and some breakthroughs, whatever happening behind the scenes. So I'm thankful and you know, thanking God for that, and we'll see what happens and whatnot. But um yeah, so that's what's going on with that. But if I will say some wins now, we can say some wins because you know we acknowledging all the things. So your girl has still been doing these workouts. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing my Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I think when Wednesday came last week, I had to really push. I was like, let me go and do it. Get up, do it. It might have been after I sent you the email. I might have sent you the email. That I was like, get on do that workout. You know what I mean? So I went on ahead, you know, and so I've been doing them. I asked hubby last night. I was like, "Hey, you see some differences? You see some differences?" He's like, "Yeah, I do." And I'm like, "Well, what difference? Because you might just be saying it. What difference?" He didn't get into those details, but um, so and I feel some differences, you know, and everything too. So
So then you hold on to those positive things. So that means you're not doing as bad as you think you are. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
You're not doing as bad, uh, in life sometimes, what I what I tell clients, I'll use like clients for example, like I'll tell them, I see certain things happening with your body. They won't see it because they looking for something specifically.
mm,
So when they look in the mirror, because they don't see what they see right away, they diminish the small progress that they have made, right? Because
mm,
they want to go from start to results without process. Well, you want to give yourself kudos and you want to celebrate each milestone while you're on the way to
yeah,
the results. And right now, when you truly take a step back and look, like you had told me, I think last week, a week ago, you could tell certain things is changing. You're
yeah,
starting to tone up in certain places.
mm-hmm,
Those small things equal those results. You know
mm-hmm,
what I mean? Getting up every day, that's part of the plan that you put together. So
yeah,
I would say continue to give yourself every time that comes. No, I know I'm doing well. Even with my food, yeah, I might still eat and enjoy certain things, but I know it's not what it used to be. So I know them
yeah,
small changes has helped me a lot. So take focus on what you can control and what you have control,
mm-hmm,
and not so much of what you can't control, and
yeah,
give what you can't control to God and let Him control that. You see what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
And
oh
it'll be less stressful and less all that other stuff will be going. So I would say keep doing what you're doing. If you see change, you know what I mean, and until you're able to really get grasp the kind of, just focus on just health. Focus on overall health. Focus on just making sure, okay, maybe today instead of a white potato, I'm gonna do a sweet potato. Maybe
yeah.
today instead of uh I don't know, pasta, I'll switch it with some broccoli. So now I have a sweet potato, broccoli, and I'll do the chicken on the side. So now you gotta, and I'll cook it in something healthy fast, or I'll eat nuts for a snack, like almonds or cashew, because those are good fats,
Yeah.
healthy fats. So now I'm getting in fibers. I'm getting, so now that you're switching and you'll start getting in some of the vitamins and the minerals and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah.
just focus on changing. And I would encourage you and challenge you to kind of, you know, look into it and study it for yourself, and just look at small things that you can do. You know, like I said, reading labels, that will help. Because then you can make just small changes. Okay, what's on the back of this? Nah, you know, I don't even understand half this stuff is saying. So now I can't even pronounce it. So I'll stay away from that. Okay, I don't understand anything, but this is only 4 to 3 things compared to 15 things in here. So I can maybe do this in moderation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, and it's funny because you're saying a lot of things that I say, but it be in different areas, right? Like, so I'll exercise these things in different areas of my life, and so I need to put it in this place too, right? Food, health. I need to do those same things with this, and so, yep, confirmation, man. I appreciate that. I know a friend of mine. She has a business. I wish I had. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and because it's one of those. You like, Murphy, you trying to take the easy way out. I'm not. I'm not. I was just thinking about it because I was thinking about supporting because she was looking for somebody to help, or she was looking for like I guess she needed models for her training or something like that. And let me see, can I find it real quick? If I can't, then maybe I'll talk to you about it later. But I just don't want to get it wrong. So let me just pick it up. My wait. Okay, there we go. It's called uh body sculpting, um, like non-surgical.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I know what you're talking
you
about.
know what I'm talking about? Oh, okay. Now I'm not, I'm not trying to get his way out. You know what I'm saying? She started a business. She's like, oh, I need models, and I was considering.
So
But then I was like, well, I don't know nothing much about like this
what did she tell
laser.
you? What did she tell you it was?
Well, what she told me when I asked about it, let me see. It said that it basically she's like it's some type of treatment, free treatment of cavitation. And she's in training, so she needed, bodies to train on. Um, and then like laser lipo or something.
Yeah,
Um, and then she's like, the laser shrinks the fat cells, cavitation destroys the fat cells. The
yeah,
radio frequency tightens the skin.
right, right.
What do you think of that?
Um, I don't know. I'm still kind of learning about it myself.
Mm,
To be honest, I know you know, uh, they say the benefits. You know, you shape younger, thinner, appearing, smoother skin. You know, improvement with your body, but then I've also heard, that some of that stuff can because it's still surgery.
mm,
In so many ways,
mm,
body sculpting is still a surgery, and you know, and I guess you could say in short, it's non-surgical without certain things, but it's still you still got to go under something, to
mm,
get it done. It could be, from what I've heard and what I've studied, because I've been looking into it, just kind of seeing what it is.
mm,
Some say it could be infections, pain and swelling, um, hair loss, damage of the nerves, stuff like that. But
mm,
I guess highs, red skin. But I guess what I would say is I would do more research into it
yeah.
and see, and then I would pray about it to see if you would, because I mean, you got your pros with like anything. You got your pros, you got your cons about it. You
Mm,
know, um, the thing that I'm trying to study right now is to say, will it even last? You know,
mm,
does it last? Is this how long will it last? Because I don't claim to know everything.
yeah.
So what I don't know, I try to research and learn.
Mm,
And um, and the key that I would want to know, will it last? Because kind of like when people go get their stomach shrink, but they don't realize you can do that. But if you keep eating and eating and eating because you think because your stomach shrunk, the next thing you know, you putting back on weight and everything like that. Well,
mm,
you know, what happens with that once you get the body sculpt? If you're still eating and doing bad and not doing what you're supposed to do, then the
Mhm.
fat is just gonna come right back then. I mean, the stuff is just gonna happen. I mean,
Mhm.
you're just back in the same place. So, you know, me personally, I'm always just focus on the foundation. I mean, the foundation is here. Same with food, same with everything. I'm not, again, let me say this. I am not knocking no one who does it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, because there's certain instances that people got so much loose skin, they may
Mhm.
have to get some of it covered. And that's talking to your doctor or whatever. But what I'm saying is do your research and look at everything, and
Mhm.
and don't look at just uh the pros. Look at the cons and see, does it work best for you? Are you
Mhm.
able to, will you be able to, once you get this, will you maintain what you got? Or will you use it as a reason to say, now I got what I got, I'm gonna do what I want to do? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I would say research it and go more depth in it. But from what I've seen, there's pros, there's cons. Some of the stuff that I told you, you're gonna get a better look. It helps get rid of, you know, some saggy skin, appearance, looking younger, get rid of fat, stuff like that, obviously. But then there's some cons to it. So I would say just research it, see
Mhm.
if it'll work for you. Because whether it's laser or not, you still go under, and it's still and it's still some, you know you still want to look at the risks that it may be there. You know what I mean? And then on the other hand, what are your goals? Why are you doing it for? What is your main purpose of doing it for? If you're
Mhm.
doing it because you can't, you feel as though you can't do the work, okay, well, if you can't do the work, if you're not willing to do the work now, will you be able to be the work to sustain what you're finna do? Because it becomes
Mhm.
a waste of money if you sit there and spend thousands of dollars on it, but you go back doing what you're gonna do, then now you're back. So then that money go down the waste. Figure out why you're doing it. What's your
Mhm.
why? What are your goals with it? What are you trying to do?
Mhm.
I would say really sit down and think about the things. And if that's your choice, then and if God leads you that way, then go ahead. But I would say really do some research, soul search, and praying.
Hey man, look, nothing but wisdom from that old Leo Walker right there, man. Yeah, I just wanted to. I just thought I should ask or whatever. Again, like anything, because even with what was it called, like the laser eye surgery, like I wear contacts and whatnot, and I thought about that at one point, but I'm like, I don't know, because even when I went to the eye doctors and we talked to them about it, they're like, oh, but then when you reach a certain age, then it still won't work, and you have to and you won't be able to wear contacts. So I'm like, well, if it's not going to work forever, then why would I do? You know what I mean? So I guess the same thing. I mean, with these laser surgery, I don't know much about them, but I just saw it or whatever, and so just asking questions, just
Yeah,
asking
you
general
should.
questions.
That's what
But,
you're supposed to do. You gotta educate yourself. Don't just jump into something. I get to support, heck, supporter.
yeah,
I'm all for that. I'm
mm,
with it. But at the same time, you still gotta educate yourself to see, you know, uh, if it's something worth you want to do, or if it is it, whatever the case may be. But you're supposed
mm,
to ask questions, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. I always say the only dumb questions are the ones you don't ask. If you don't ask, then I mean, then of course you're gonna be lost.
yeah,
So now you diving in head first without even looking at the water. You just
mm,
diving in. You know what I mean? At least look at the water before you dive in, so you can make a rational decision. And if you make the rational decision, it's not because you didn't see it.
exactly, exactly. Man, that speaks on so many levels, man. So many levels, especially when it comes to our bodies and everything like that. Need to just,
Yeah.
yep, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, well, that's it. I don't know if you have some questions, some instructions, some something. What can I say about the workouts? They've been like I said, I found it easier for me to do the mountain climbers now that I guess got that better way to do them. Um, let's see, what can I say about everything? Actually, I've been challenging myself to kind of not take too many breaks in between. Like I've been trying to, like, after I do one, do another one, do another, to keep going, keep momentum up. So I've been doing that.
That's
Uh,
good. That's good. That intensifies. That's one of the ways you can intensify the workout. cut your rest period down. So
Yeah.
instead of resting for 20 seconds, rest for 10 seconds and then get back to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Race for 5 seconds, get back to it. And it'll increase your the intensity of the workout. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Yep.
then like once at the I think this next week, maybe next week or the week after, I'm gonna change it up.
Um,
It's time for you to change it up because it's been almost 4 weeks, and then so that way you need to continue to challenge yourself to make sure you're still being challenged. You see what I'm saying?
got you. Okay. Well, hey, looking forward, man. So, and I think that was the other thing too. So I didn't necessarily put a time. Did we put a time limit on this? I can't remember. How long did we say we were gonna do this?
I think I don't know. Normally I train my clients for 16 weeks or 4 months. So
Oh,
it's been 4 weeks. So it's time to look at some things and do some comparison to your before and your after now, because it's been about 30 days now.
okay.
So it's time for you to begin to take another picture and put them together and send them to me so we can see those changes. I would say getting the same light, same time, same place, everything, because so that way you can compare it the way you need to compare it,
Yeah.
and then go from there, and then look at, okay, what has improved,
Mm-hmm.
what still needs to be worked on,
Mm-hmm.
again, what was your wins, okay, what was your losses, so now you go into the next 4 weeks with a plan. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, I guess that's it. So when is this due? When is this?
I would say finish out this week. Take your pictures over the weekend. I don't remember when you took the last ones, what day and time, but I would say take them over the weekend in the morning before you do anything. So if it's working out, I mean,
Uh-huh.
if you gotta go to the bathroom first, then come back take pictures. If
Okay.
before you drink anything, eat anything, you do that. And then again, and if you took it in your take it in your bathroom, put your phone down, put your timer on, take it in the same place, same light, same everything. So that way it don't look it looks the same. You know what I mean? So when you're comparing the pictures, then get you a thing and put it side by side, and
Mm-hmm.
and the side by side and the front by front picture, and then that way you can kind of see what's toning, what's shaping up, looking at your stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Sounds good. Sounds good. I knew this was gonna happen today because the door was open and whatnot. Little man is here. Come on over here. Say good morning. This is NJ.
Hey man, how
He
you
just got up. So
doing?
yeah, I knew he was gonna walk in. I was like, yeah, his door's open, and then I was like, yeah, he gonna come in here.
That's cool.
But then, yeah, this is our little guy. This is NJ. Got all kind of stuff on his body. Is that chocolate? Did your papa give you something? Lord, goodness gracious. But yeah, so look, this is one of the wise, y'all. This is one of the wise. First time on accountability. And little NJ. Oh Lord, he didn't get he getting started now. He's getting started. But all right, you say hello, Mr. Leo.
Hey man.
Say thanks for helping mommy.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah, this is our little guy, little NJ. There, Dario Jr. All right. He gonna stay on my lap. I think he likes the light and camera too.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But all right, then I won't be long your time. I know you probably got more, clients to work with, things to do. I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you for, again listening to me and helping me on this journey. Again, I hope that my journey helps other people too because um even with my struggle, even with the stress and whatnot that I was feeling last week, I felt good to express it. I felt good that I was holding myself accountable to, at least talk to you about it. And I like this game plan. So you said Sunday is when I need to take a photo.
Yeah, you can do it Sunday, Saturday, whatever's comfortable for you. Just do it this weekend. It don't matter whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just do it in the
Oh,
morning.
okay, that's right. Yeah, so Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. And I think that one that I took was on a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. It was like a Saturday morning because I was getting ready to do my friend's dance fit thing that time when you had told me take a break, don't do nothing. I was like, want to help her out. So,
Right.
so I took the photos before that, and so I can try to think if I can remember the exact time it was, but
You
I
don't
think
have
it
to just
was
do it in the morning. Don't just kind of once you take the picture, just kind of put on the picture October such and such time or something like that, and just for your own memory or whatever. And then you can go, but just long as it's in the morning, it don't matter. Just do the morning. I know I said same time, but at this point, just long as it's in the morning when you first, I would say do it. The easiest way to do it is when you first get up. I
yeah.
would say do it when you first get up, so you get it in, get it out of the way, and you're going, and then it's out the way, and you going about your business.
Okay. I'll put the same outfit on and everything. You know, like I told you, now that outfit small now. It was a little, all kind of excuses, right? Yes, yes. Yes. It's like excuses. My goodness. Well, all right, y'all. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed accountability today. Thank you so much to Mr. Leo Walker. Man, you guys know where to check him out at Anointed Touch HFB.com. Like I said, tell him Miracle sent you, you know what I'm saying? Might bless you a little bit. Anything like that. Follow them on Instagram and all that as well. You know, him and his I guess co-owner and all that. Y'all got all the motivation, man. I'm like, goodness gracious, they got the food, they got the workouts and all that good stuff. So find them on social media, follow them. That's the least you can do if you don't reach out to get some consultation or something.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And absolutely, I'm just trying to walk in my purpose that God has bestowed on me. I was thinking about it yesterday because yesterday was the 25th. That's the day my daughter passed away. So it was 11 years yesterday. And I sat there and thought about it, and I was just like, dang, it's been 11 years. And now I would have never thought I'll be doing this. This is not, but she's my inspiration outside of God, God and her, and then the people. So, I appreciate it. So, for me, it's bigger than just the money. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you putting it out there, and thank you. And I appreciate you to death, fam, and your husband and little man, so I thank you a lot.
Oh man, same man. The feeling's definitely mutual. Like I said, I mean, it's amazing how things worked out because again, you were someone that we met through Fiverr and everything, but still, like, I don't know. You just never know, man, when you meet people and stuff. The connections you feel with folks, and I know even when we had that first conversation, I was like, well, I feel like we supposed to do something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I feel like we could work together and collaborate on something. And I feel like those if people are watching me and my journey here, I think that it's definitely beneficial. You've been dropping so many awesome gems, but um, but also again to hold themselves accountable if nothing else. Like I hope that it shows that hey, well I'm human too, and I'm struggling with this and that or whatnot, but again, focusing on the wins, holding yourself accountable, getting someone. I say get Mr. Leo to help you hold yourself accountable and whatnot. I think you'll be able to see some of the goals and things that you have as well. And I hope that that's what this does for people, this whole segment and whatnot. And you know, I ain't trying to give it up now. I know you was like, oh Lord, she quitting on me.
Nah. But what you're saying is true because people have to hear it because sometimes not just with our health, but think sometimes like sometimes when you're being attacked like you were, it has nothing to do with disobedience. Have nothing to do. Sometimes God allows happens because it's an opportunity to grow you and perfect you and to allow maturity and to not only that to establish you. So now you take a look back, you might say, "Why was I stressing?" I mean, it wasn't really nothing to stress about. All I need to do, I mean, God put people in my life, accountability, just go talk to them and see, and then allow Christ to work through him that can work through me and begin. You see what I'm saying? It's like a chain thing. So,
Mhm.
I think it's good because, everybody, most people is going to deal with saying, see, the working out is tough. Don't get me wrong. It's tough.
Yeah.
But the mental part of it is the toughest thing.
Oh
And
yeah.
a lot of reason why people fail is because of those same reasons. Well, this is that, you know what? It's stressing me out. I quit. I'll just go back to doing whatever. Or They may go through life things that may cause them to stop or whatever. But
Mm.
I would say, just persevere and do things that will help you, like journal, get accountability people to talk to, someone who's doing the same thing you're doing, because they'll understand what you're going through. You know, continue to pray, and because as the ministry that I'm in at church, it's called Body by Christ. Your body is Christ. So focus on and think about it that way, to say, okay, let me take a step back. How, not what would Christ do, but what did Christ do?
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And
Okay.
then it begin to just look at it that way and implement him into them. I'm serious, implement into it, and then just take it one day at a time. Don't look so far down the road that you get so caught up in what you're gonna look like that you forget what you're trying to do to get there. You're gonna have some bumps. Sometimes when you're going through the neighborhood, you gotta go over speed bumps to slow you down. You know what I'm saying? There's stop signs to slow you down so you could look both ways before you get hit. Well, same way on your journey. Slow down and just focus on the process that will allow you to get to the results, because just like with any business, changes happen. And sometimes you're gonna have to make some changes, and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. It's all right. You're gonna have them moments where you like, man, look, I just want this whole cake. You know what I mean? But don't beat yourself.
Oh, shout out to be there, man. Like I said, it's all this little guy's fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No, blame my mama and them, and they know. I already told them. Like, come on, man. They probably already trying to set us up for failure when it comes to Thanksgiving and all these other holidays.
yeah.
They're
And
gonna be trying to keep us
that's
with
why
all this
like,
stuff.
I get it, because when I go to my mama's house, I'll do good for like a day or two. But hey, I don't, my mom and them don't live near me, so when I go eat her, I'm going to eat some of her food. I don't get to eat her food, so yeah, that time while I'm there, all of that's out the window.
Oh,
But
wait.
but again, that's fine because you're planning for it, and I know I'm gonna do it. But the thing is, I will also say is kind of like in business, kind of like what you're doing with your walk in Christ, kind of like with your son, your husband. Sometimes those that are not doing what you're doing won't understand what you're doing, so they'll think what you're doing is small. So your vision and their vision is not going to be the same. So
Mhm.
sometimes you got to tell people, nah, you can't, because sometimes, and I hate to say it, and I don't mean no harm, and I'm not talking about mom and them, I'm just talking in general.
Yeah.
Some people will try to throw monkey wrenches in your journey purposely, because sometimes some people are trying to do what you're trying to do and can't do it, or some people are miserable and don't want to see you succeed. And then some people literally don't understand that because they're not on that journey. So to them, oh, you can have this, you can have that now, but I'm trying to do something. So for me to do it, I got to get consistent, and I can't be consistent constantly falling off. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir, it does. Look, he don't came over here to give him a cheer.
Go
Oh,
ahead, man. Go ahead, take care of that little man. He trying to get your attention. He said you don't have enough show.
it's your show too, then. Yeah, I got some little cartoons. If people want to watch my little cartoons, they sing and play with NJ on YouTube. We got some songs, huh? He said he gonna be look, he gonna work out like Mr. Leo gonna be the only baby with a six pack. He be doing some workouts with me too. That would be the funny cute thing too. Like sometimes when I'm here, but then he'll be running around. He'll be trying to run around me, especially when I'm doing like jump jacks. Some mommy, I'm dancing. I'm like, you're not. Mommy's not dancing. I'm working out. Working out. I'm like I told you, the cutest thing. I think I told you already one of the cute things, but like I want to say the first couple of days that I was working out, he had brought over the water jug. I had one of my breaks or whatever. He had brought over the water jug, and he was holding it for me. I tried to get it from him. He was like, just like, hold it. You tired? Here, mommy.
Yeah, you did that.
And then some other times when I was working out, and after I got done, I might sit down for a second. Good job, mommy.
Uh, right.
So he's my little, my coach, my little cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? And cheer me on and whatnot. He done got it away too sometimes. I'm trying to do push up, but he come trying to lay on me. I'm like, get off me, get off, off me. You can see how he is. So, but he's my little workout partner. I think he understands. Like if you hear mommy turn some music on and stuff, he's like, oh, mommy working out or whatever. Sometimes I've had to lock them out and leave with Papa. You know what I'm saying? So hey, this is an example too, ladies. If you out here and y'all got your kid with you, you know, you can still do it. I got photos. He's doing some of the workouts with me. Mountain climbers. We got a photo of us doing mountain climbers.
Right.
So he might be a little fit. You know what I'm saying? He's toning up too. All right, Miss Leo. Look, just go on and on. He gonna take over. I knew he was coming in. I was like, that door open. I might as well just go and leave this door open too, because he's coming.
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. I won't be long your time. I appreciate you. I thank you.
I appreciate y'all too.
Man. You're awesome. And like I said, this is the contact right there. Y'all contact them right there. Until next time, y'all. I guess that's accountability episode 7.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you next Tuesday.
All righty.
All right, girl.
Let's say, bye, Mr. Leo.
Bye, Mr. Leo.